All right, so number 1 out of the AP questions, it says, let R be the region in the first and second quadrant, bounded above the graph by that and below by that horizontal line. Okay, the region R is the base of a solid. For this solid, the cross sections are perpendicular to the x-axis and they're semicircles. Find the volume of this solid. So the first thing I want to do is graph this. So I typed in 20 divided by 1 plus x squared on bottom, making sure the 1 plus x squared is in parentheses, and my other line is y equals 2. If I just looked at the normal graph, your picture looks like this. Okay, and that's not a good picture. Okay, because although you might not see it, if I zoom out a little bit, if I just hit zoom out, you can see that eventually my graph turns around. It's a really ugly picture when you just hit zoom out, so I would not suggest doing that. Zoom 6 again, and I'm going to change my window. Okay, so changing my window. I didn't need anything in the third and fourth quadrants, so my x or my y minimum can be like -1, just a little bit below 0. And my y max, just by trial and error, 21 seems to be the best y max for me. Okay, that is my picture that I need to draw here. So if I were to draw just a little sketch of this picture, I've got a graph going up like this, turning around, and coming back down. I also have a line here at y equals 2. Okay, I am drawing cross sections that are perpendicular to the x-axis. So that means I'm going to draw lines like this, and they're going to be semicircles. So what do I need to know about those things? When do I start making them, and when do I stop making them? I start here, right? Where is that? Because they're perpendicular to the x-axis now. Okay, now they're perpendicular to the x-axis. So if I'm perpendicular to the x-axis, that means I have to draw vertical lines. Okay, so I need to know what this value is right there. So to figure that out, I'm going to second calculate my intersect point. Before, all the other times, I've been able to see it. But this one, I haven't been able to see it. So I'm going to move my cursor down to where it crosses that other line, hit enter, enter, enter. It tells me -3, 2 is when these intersect. Yeah, and since this is a balanced equation, if that's -3, 2, I'm guessing over there they intersect at 3, 2. I could figure that out, but I'm just going to, they're the same. Okay, so when I integrate this problem, I'm going to integrate from win to win. If I'm drawing horizontal or vertical lines, I started over here on the left, and I'm going to the right. From when to when do I need to make lines? -3 to 3. And those -3 and 3s are what type of numbers here? X's or Y's? X value. So it's dx. I'm doing area of a semicircle because my cross sections are semicircles. So that's area of pi r squared. And what do I need to do to pi r squared? Cut it in half. Okay, I need to know the radius. So the radius, that's how I made my semicircle, like that. Well, what is that line when I go from the top all the way to the bottom? That's the what? Not the radius, but the diameter. So what do so to go from there to there, I started on the top curve. Well, my top curve is this thing. 20 over 1 plus x squared minus 2, the bottom line, which is 2. Okay? That's my radius equation. What else do I need to do with that equation? Half it. Cut it in half, because that is really the diameter. I want to cut it in half to be the radius. Okay? To make the area formula, don't get fancy. It's this equation with that plugged in for r. So 1/2 pi radius squared. Well, this is my radius. 1/2 times 20 over 1 plus x squared minus 2. And that's squared. That's what I'm typing in right here. So 1/2 pi 1/2 20 over 1 plus x squared minus 2 squared. When I type this into my calculator, okay, that's the hardest part about this problem, is typing that mess into my calculator, Math 9. I'm going from -3 to 3. 1/2 pi, so pi over 2. Parentheses, 1/2. Parentheses, that equation right here. Well, that's just y1 in my calculator. So I'm going to just use y1. That way I don't have to get messy in there. y1 minus 2. Close my parentheses. Close my parentheses, square it. Type that whole mess in. Hit enter. It's going to take it a second.
I got it right.
174.268.
I got it right.
Good.
Wait, what was it? Pi over 2?
Yeah, pi over 2. Instead of 1/2 pi, I just used pi over 2. There's my answer, 174.268.